Samulakritopi mahanaham punaha vyullekhitasyadyadi chetasakshanam sanjivya vikshepa shatam karoti nabhasvata pravrishivarido yatha
So then, samula kritopi, even though we have removed this ego from the very root, the root of the vasanas, even though it has been completely removed, yet, punaha again, vyulekhita syad. Once you turn your mind to the world of objects outside, syad edi chetasakshanam. With your mind, the moment you perceive the world of objects and start running about it, in no time. To quieten the mind in contemplation is very difficult. But as you are quietening the mind, how long does it take for the mind to start running all over? In no time. To quieten the mind, it takes effort. But to just remember yesterday, दूध तो बहुत कम लिया और थाली में वो तो ऐसी है, वो किचन में ऐसी है. There is a lot of prejudices. They don't want to give me, and you go on. It's the same in my wife's house also. No, go on. Then you are in the wife's house, etc. Oh, you are meditating, Paramatma. How long quickly the mind goes back? Because those channels are deep, old vasanas. Therefore, even once you have eliminated the ego, be vigilant, alert, police the mind strictly. With a machine gun there, you turn this side, bang you. That's all. In case you start thinking of sense objects, within a short time, all your integration gone, all your meditation gone, all your higher experiences gone, there you are back again. This is why the seekers generally complain. Swamiji, about 1 week it was all right. After going from Siddhabari, 1 week. Afterwards, Swamiji, samsari. Okay. And you are complaining as though God is deliberately jealous of your enjoyment and therefore He puked it out. No! He is still waiting there to embrace you, to receive you. But you said, wait. And went back to OET. And you continue suffering. What can you do? So in case you allow the mind, it will again spread out. The thoughts will multiply in no time, and you will be again cocooned by the strings of 4 chains, and you get again caught up. Sanjivya, that ego is Sanjivya, was already destroyed, but it will get life again. The moment you start thinking of Vicheva Shatam Karodi, and once the ego has arisen, and your attention is turned outward, it can create hundreds and shatam it is said here. Here shatam doesn't mean 99 plus 1. It's not arithmetic. Endless agitations it can create. Nabhasvata prafrasi varido yadha. Just as during the rainy season, when the clouds come, they shower, rain down, and flood the place. In the same way, once the ego is woken up again and extrovertedness have come, sorrows after sorrows will rain.
Nigrihya shatro rahamo vakashah. Nigrihya shatro rahamo vakashah. Kvachinna deyo vishayanu chintaya. Vishayanu एव सञ्जीवनहेतुरस्य प्रक्षीणजम्बीरतरोरिवाम्बु प्रक्षीणजम्बीरतरोरिवाम्बु.
Having caught this stupid ego, who is your enemy number one, who is that which is the thorn in the throat, having recognized that this is the rascal who is doing it, who is digging sorrows, digging my life into sorrows, having nigriya, after catching him alive, Shatru, this enemy of yours, ahamo, having caught this I, the ego, which is my Shatru, enemy number one, having apprehended him, thereafter. Avakashaha kvachit na diyo. Never give a chance for the ego. Don't say that is innocent thought. I am thinking of only my own guru. Any thought, the ego will rise up. Guru loved me very much, and he never loved those people. And those people's mischief, you start thinking, and the Guru, how he was very good with me. He loves me only. See? Guru, Japana, Baki sab, Apana. Ityadi chinta aa jayega, bas he go back again as fat and hot. People go and spend thousands of rupees to slim. And so long as they are in the nursing home, they are not given anything, and they become really slimmed. 20 kilos gone, and slim and nice. She comes home within 3 days. 25. क्या हो गया? स्वामी जी, ये तो it is not because I am eating. This हवा पानी का बात है. यहाँ का हवा पानी ऐसे है. Here water and air is like that you float. All around you there are all lean, slim people almost ready to die. Why is it that you are hawa pai? The moment you give up your discipline, you will put on weight. Similarly, ego, even though you have brought him, you apprehended and you have destroyed, banged him, but the moment you give it a chance to think of the sense objects, outer world of objects, Sanjeeva, it awakes again into a monstrous dimension. Diyo Vishaya Anuchintaya. Vishaya Anuchinta. Anuchinta continuously thinking of Vishaya objects of the world outside. And just the objects of the world outside came into your mind, it doesn't matter. You Sakshi Bhava. But you get involved in it and maintain the stream of thought. Then the mind wakes up and there you are, back again, conditioned by the mind, you become the ego. Prachina eva sanjivayat hetura. This sanjivana, again it wakes up. What is the hetu cause? The Vishayanuchintanam, thought of the world of objects, sense pleasures, and got identified with it, got interested in it. Yeah, Baba, nice. Thoughts comes up. Just as the example is given, Prachina, that which is dried up, looked apparently dried up and died. Jambira taru, a plant, tree of jambira. Jambira is lime. say that sour lime, small lime. That tree, even when it is fully giving the fruit also, it has got always the look of dried up. And really suppose it has dried up and leaves have all fallen down. But you start giving it water. 3 evenings you pour water. The buds will come up, leaves are plenty, fruits will start coming. Jembira taru. The lime, not sweet lime, the other lime, sour lime tree, it has got a look of dried up. Hey, it's gone. It invites you, pluck me and throw me away. I am dead. Like tamasic people. Chalo, kahan? Bhiksha ka bell aa gaya, acha. रामायण जा रहे हैं, रामायण चल रहे हैं, चलो. रामायण क्या चीज है? Jembira. See, like a dried up tree which almost looks dead, but when you give it to water, sanjeevayati, it comes to life and put new buds and flowers and leaves and flowers and fruits. In the same way, the ego, when watered by continuous sense thoughts, it again revives.
देहात्मना संस्थित एव कामी विलक्षणः कामयिता कथं स्यात् अतोऽर्थसन्धानपरत्वमेव भेदप्रसक्त्या भवबन्धहेतुः
Deha is my Atman, myself. I am the body. Dehatmana samsthiti eva. That state is called, when you are living that I am the body, and polishing the body, pointing the body, appointing the body, giving comfort to the body. I am the body. Those who have got this idea that I am the body, he is the kami, the sensuous man, who is a desirer of endless objects outside. Why? To do puja to the body. Sharira puja. Ye khayenge, oh khayenge, then give me some coffee and a chocolate. A chocolate is all over. Moombhali. Moombhali also is over, all right, chewing gum. Chewing gum mein kya hoga? No, practicing, so that when when real food comes, I should not forget how to eat. So practicing it. That's the other thing. Once you understand, I am the body, the sensuous demands one after another. And that such an individual is called a glutton, if he is eating, or a very sensuous man who is running after the sense objects. Who? He who has the misconception that I am the body. Thereafter it is logical that he is trying to make the body comfortable. It continues, one after another, endless demands. Vilakshana kamayida katham syat. But it is a lack of thinking. This self, the Atman, is something vilakshana, something other than the body. The body is an object aware, and the consciousness, the infinite, the reality, the subject, you, is the consciousness that is knowing the body. How can the subject be the object? So you, since the Atman, the self, you, is something other than the body. How can? What is the logic that you are a kamayita? You have entertaining desires. Desires for what? desires for security, for pleasure, for comfort. Hurry. For whose security? Whose comfort? The body. But who are you? You are the subject, not the object. Katham syat? How can it be? Ato, therefore, artha sandhana paratvameva. Artha, objects. Sandhana, continuously thinking of the sense objects. That condition of your mind, that habit of your mind, artha sandhana paratvameva, underline. It cannot be described better. Artha sandhana paratvameva. That alone is Bheda prasakya. That creates in you the concept of plurality. Bheda. This I like, this I don't like. This is nice, that is not nice. These are my people, they are their people. This sense of plurality comes in when you are artha sandhana. You are recognizing the world of plurality and constantly spending all your thoughts only in thinking of them. To such a mind, the world is divided into distinct things and beings. The multiplicity of the world becomes self-evident to you. Bhavabandha hetu, the one source and cause for all your bhavabandha, your bondage to the realm of change. Bhava. Constantly everything is bhavana. Bhava, everything coming and coming and coming and going. And you are living in that. Constantly in sorrow. In between, smile. And thus you are tossed up and down. Why? Because your mind is tuned up to the ever-changing realm of multiplicity and plurality. Artha sandhana para. So this artha sandhana paratvam eva, this habit of constantly thinking of the sense objects, how to get it? Without that, what is life? It's useless. This is called. This is a cause for your continuing the egocentric experience of constant change, power, bandha.
कार्य प्रवर्धनात् बीज प्रवृद्धिः परिदृश्यते कार्यनाशात् बीजनाशः तस्मात् कार्यं निरोधयेत्.
Now, he is giving an example. Karya, effect. Effect of a seed is a tree. And when the tree comes, the tree supplies thousands, millions of seeds. Karya pravardhana. When the tree is growing up, the bija, the seeds multiply. Each seed, when placed in convenient and comfortable, in conducive circumstances, can grow to be another tree equally giving millions of seeds. He is giving you an example. Karya pravardhanad bija pravardhi. Bija, seed. So when the tree is growing up, the seeds become multiplied. Paridrishyate. This is not that something that I am giving as a rare example. Paridrishyate. Every fool who has got a pair of eyes is seeing it. At all places. Around you, you are seeing it. When the seed has been allowed to grow, the tree will provide you more seeds. Karyanashad bijanasha. Now take an axe. Cut down the tree. Once the tree is fallen down, Bijanasha, there is no more a crop of new seeds coming out. These are all paridrishyate. It is not something rare that we are talking. These are all every day you are seeing it. You don't get the message, that is all. Paridrishyate. Tasmad, therefore, karyam nirodhayed. You destroy the cause for all the seeds. Seeds are vasanas. And the cause is the ego. Ego creates more and more vasanas. So they try to destroy the cause for the various seeds. Karyam nirodhayed.
Vasana vruddhitah karyam karya vruddhya cha vasana vardhate sarvatha pumsah samsaro na nivartate.
Therefore, vasana vruddhita karyam. Simple. When vasanas are increased, your world of plurality and you are running about everywhere and endless activities in order to acquire, possess, in order to satisfy the vasanas, which expresses as desire in the mind, intellect, and it increases. It cannot be stopped. So, vasana vruddhita karyam. Again, karya vruddhya cha vasana. When there are more and more objects and you are running after the objects, new vasanas are created. And the vasanas created, therefore more and more objects, more and more objects, no vasanas are created. It goes on endless. Vasana is there, and then the vasana creates the objects, and you run after the objects. As you are running after the objects in order to fulfill those desires, Hare Krishna, new vasanas are created. And the vasanas increased, and therefore the desires are, the world of objects are increased. Until at last you become Mr. Mehta. In one single room, 9 feet by 10, with a bucket for all conveniences. And a satisfaction that 3,600 crores vasanas are there, kept in the various banks, my own, and ultimately granted. Vardhade sarvadha pumsah. Thus it increases. Every man, it increases in his bosom. What? Samsaro nanivartane. This world of plurality goes on multiplying. So after one life, when you die, the mind and intellect immediately runs to another physical body to exhaust the rest of the vasanas. And there also you create vasanas. In trying to exhaust the vasanas, you create new vasanas. And there is also always a residual vasana for the mind and intellect to scream and run to the next buffalo. After 5 years of buffalo is died, and they go to the pig. And the pig is, by the Christmas time, the pig is gone. And you go from there to Sandipini Sadhana. And here also the piggish character is there. But the poor teacher is trying to improve you and all that sort of thing. At the end of it, Swamiji realizes that it is really a pig. So let it go, and then it is sent out. It goes on, samsara, vardhana. So vasanas create more and more objects, or the world of, your contact with the world of objects. And the world of objects and your egocentric activities create more and more vasanas. Thus the chain or the cycle is continuous. and the samsaric cycle in which you are turned again and again, endless wheel of sorrow.
Samsara bandha vichhityai Tatvayam pradahedyatihi Vasana vriddhiretabhyam Chintaya kriyaya bahihi.
Mark that verse. These are all, every Vedantic student asks the teacher again and again. It never gets into their head. A subtle, simple truth. Samsara bandha vichityai. Those who want to cut asunder this endless chain of vasana, creating desires, desires creating all your actions, and actions are prompted by ego and egocentric desires, and therefore more and more vasanas create, vasana more and more, therefore more and more activities, more and more desires, more and more activities. It goes on this chain of samsara. One who is wanting to be chityai, one who wants to cut it asunder. This endless chain of continuous sorrows. Tadvayam pradahed. These two, pradahed, burn it down. With vasana, more and more activities. Activities create more and more vasana. In this chain, what am I to do? Burn them both. In fact, burn the vasanas. Vasana creates the outer world of objects, and there your desires for it, and therefore you run after them. These two, if you can destroy, burn it down. That is what it said. Not cut, because it will join again. Meaningless. Or if you cut, it will become two. One desire you cut, two desires will come. Terrible. So don't try to trim your desire. In the next ray, and you continue trimming, it's no good. Samsara bandha vichityaihi tadvayam, these two, pradahe, burn it down. Yatihi, yati, one who is seeking the higher, putting forth the effort, a contemplative student, a Vedantic student must learn to burn it down. Vasana vriddhiretabhyam. Why? Because these two create more and more vasanas. What creates vasanas? Third chapter Gita. Ego and egocentric desires. Swamiji, don't repeat it. We have already heard it 20,000 times. Ego and egocentric desires are the two things by which it comes to. When Swamiji said, you thought that he is bluffing. Here you are, the Shastra. Chindaya kriyaya bahi. Chindaya, thoughts. Kriya, activities. So when vasanas manifest as a desire in the intellect. The desire in the intellect expresses as agitations of the mind. The agitations of the mind expresses as actions in the world outside. Desire-prompted activities create more and more vasanas. The more the vasanas, the more the desires. More the desire, more the agitation, more the agitation, more the activity. Until at last blood pressure died. And everybody sits around and says, what a dynamic man he was. Oh, what a pity. So young, but what wondrous success he did. But for whom? The fellow has gone back again to mud, clay. Life has gained nothing. So then, these two burn it down. And you cannot burn down the effects unless the cause is burned down. To burn down the cause is very difficult because it is subtle. Therefore, start with reducing egocentric, selfish activities. The mind will demand, let us have it, let us have it, let us have it. You say, shut up, shut up, shut up. After 10 times you say that, the mind says, it's useless to tell this fellow. I have been trying that. Every wife knows that. You say 10 times to your husband, I want that sari, I want that sari. He won't say no, but he will say, After 10th time, you are your father's daughter, you feel ashamed. What is the use of begging like that? He will never do it. He's a miserly guy, he doesn't want it. He wants to give it to his mother only, not to me. That is to say, when you don't cater to the various thoughts that are rising away, the thoughts die by itself. When the thoughts are reduced, desires are reduced. Desire reduced means vasana burned up. Thus, slowly, by changing the mode of your behavior in the world outside, the mind may demand. A beautiful girl going along the road, you should whistle. She expects you to whistle. And you want to whistle, but at the throat, choke it. So others who are with you, they will ask you, what is the matter? Nothing. I controlled it. 10 times you control, 11th time when a girl goes on, you don't feel like whistling. But if you start whistling, when everyone going, even a cow going, because it has become a character. You see, you have no time to smile because it's constantly whistling. Everything is like coffee. Without coffee, I can't live. Oh, without coffee, I get a splitting headache. All headache is because of lack of coffee, is it? So then why everybody takes, aspirin, etc.? Coffee. But if one fellow says, I took coffee, today headache. He gets headache. Another fellow, not taking coffee, headache. Okay? It's all a question of first control at the body level. You are a wretched fellow inside, no doubt. You are a sinner, no doubt. You have got vulgar thoughts, never doubt. But don't express it. Choke it at expression, the mind will become quite useless. This man will never do it. It's unnecessarily I am saying, come on, let us whistle. He says, no. I am a spiritual student now, I should not whistle. But you are doing it till now. Till now I was doing a wrong life. Now I am in a right life and I've been on. Shake your head like that. The mind says, pagal ho gaya. When he went there to that Swami, I knew that it's going to disaster, but he won't stop it. Then when the mind is not allowed to express, that desire dries up. That desire no more rises. Where the desire is ended, the desire is nothing but the expression of vasana, the vasana is burned up. Thus, slowly, prahared, burn it down, these two factors in you. What? The vasana creating as desire, thoughts into action, so that purify both your actions and your thoughts. Purifying action is called, the six of them, Shama, Dhamma, Upaladi, Tidiksha, Shraddha, Bhakti, Samadha. These are purifying outside, not the mind. Then slowly the mind takes it up. You start. And when the mind is quiet, contemplate upon it. Thus exhaust all your vasana. Never mind. Continue.
ताभ्यां प्रवर्धमाना सा सुप्ते संसृतिमात्मनः त्रयाणां चक्षयोपायः सर्वावस्थासु सर्वदा
सर्वत्र सर्वदा
सर्वत्र सर्वतः सर्व ब्रह्ममात्रावलोकनैः सद्भाववासनादार्ढ्यात् तत्रयं लयमश्नुते.
Swamiji, we are in the horns of a dilemma. There is no escape possible. Vasanas are there. What am I to do? He says, control your behavior. Thereby you control the thoughts. Thereby you control the quality of your desires. Thereby you are purifying and destroying negative vasanas in you. Reverse the order. At this moment, vasana negative, therefore vulgar desires, vulgar thoughts, equally vulgar and foolish actions. Purify it. Those 6 qualities when you live, slowly the quality of the desire changes, the quality of thoughts, the quality of actions. By controlling the quality of the actions, you are changing the quality of thoughts. The quality of thoughts will determine the quality of desires, and the quality of desires will destroy the negative vasanas in you. The same idea is being expounded. Tabhyam pravardhamanasa. Tabhyam, these 2. Thoughts and the ego and egocentric desires. Thoughts and actions. Tabhyam, these 2. Pravardhamana, when they are increased, endless thoughts, agitations of the mind, endless desire-prompted activities, when these 2 are pravardhamana, sa sute, that maya, that condition of you, sute, prasute, prasava, delivers, brings forth samsritimatmanaha, the samsara, the perception of plurality, and the tossings of sufferings that the individualized ego suffers. It's not the ego that is suffering, it is the Atman, the self, is tossed about because the water in the bucket is shaky. Therefore the reflected light is shaky. You, who is nothing but the self, the divine, comes to suffer all these. When these 2 are uncontrolled, thoughts and actions. Trayanam cha chayopaya. So all the 3 is to be destroyed. All the 3 meaning actions, thoughts, desire, or otherwise called vasana. Vasanas at the intellectual level is called desire. These 3, trayanam cha chayopaya. You must find out methods by which your entire way of life must be so organized in order to eliminate these 3. Sarvavasthasu sarvada, at all times, under all conditions, waking, dream and deep sleep, in your joy and sorrow, in your happiness and unhappiness, in pain and pleasure, under all conditions, at all times. Please see that you are controlling and regulating these 3, eliminating these 3. How can I eliminate Swamiji? Mark the line. Sarvatra, sarvata, sarva. 3 times. Sarvatra, under all conditions. Sarvataha, at all places. Sarva, all. Everything in this world and under all conditions and time and place, all of them are Brahma Matravalokanai. Recognize that all of them are play of that Brahman, the one mass of consciousness, waving because of the disturbance of the mind. All names and forms that you see, everywhere, at all times, everything that you see around. Good, don't classify them as good and bad. All of them are the divine form, or the one infinite divine consciousness. But why am I seeing it plurality? Because of the disturbance of the equipment through which you are looking. If I see in every one of you a black spot, I say, eh? So when I look like that, the black spot is on your face. When you look like that, it is on your sari. Huh? Is it a new fashion or not? No! It is a dot on my glass, not on you. The world of plurality and their imperfections that I see are the imperfections of my mind and my mind's agitation constantly. And through that agitation, when I look at it, I see everything in the world is constantly changing. To bring your wisdom and try to understand, not a question of seeing. You are not seeing Brahman everywhere. Swamiji, I am seeing only Brahman everywhere. Then you will never walk because the traffic will crush you down because you don't see a car coming. All you see is Brahman everywhere. In a room when you are sitting down, you can't get out of the room. Why? It's only Brahmamayam Jagat. So you go and hit every wall because you don't know where the door is. Shut up. Don't be silly. That is crazy, mad. Understand everything. These are all nothing but the play of my Krishna, my Rama. It is all his forms only. Just try to recognize in and through the names and forms. Turn your attention to that Brahman at all times. Sarvatra, Sarvada, Sarva, Brahmamayam Jagat. Ye avalokanat, through this view of understanding. Avalokana is not with the eyes, it is with the understanding. You see that your grandmother or grandfather has got high temperature and he is almost dying, but he has not written the will, therefore you don't want him to die now. After the will any time. So then you run to the doctor and the doctor comes. Doctor also sees exactly what you are seeing. But the doctor sees something more than what you are seeing. You are seeing that, oh, my father is, the last 3 days he has got temperature, high temperature. At this age, high temperature, what will happen? Maybe typhoid, maybe pneumonia, maybe that, and maybe some secret disease that has come to only to old grandmothers and grandfathers. The doctor looks at it. It'll be all right. The old man will be jumping about and running about in 3 days' time. Why? Malarial fever. Now, malarial fever you did not see. Then how did he see? Avalokanath. He saw the symptoms, as you also seeing it. But he has got the knowledge that these symptoms indicate malaria. It's not very serious. I've got the quinine injections in my pocket, in my bag. 3 injections. The old man will get up and run about and trouble the family as he troubled before. That will be the doctor's contribution. Because he has knowledge. In the same way, you also see the world of plurality as before. But you are now seeing in and through them. There is all nothing but that infinite consciousness. It is disturbed by my mind. And through the disturbance, when I am looking, I see it multiplicity, the plurality. It is really one mass of consciousness. Sadbhava vasana dardhyad. Now, as a result of that, when you are recognizing the entire world of plurality is nothing but my beloved Lord, the self alone, I am lifting myself from my ego and selfish desires. And I still continue working in the world outside, fulfilling my obligatory duties in the society, in the family, in the world outside, but with this new vision in my mind. Then, the sensuous vasanas that I had exhaust. They have no chance to express. But the spiritual vasanas, the sattvic vasanas, the noble vasanas, the divine vasanas create. Then also you are creating vasanas, no doubt about it. But the positive vasanas have got this peculiar power to destroy the negative vasanas. Negative vasanas make you extrovert. Spiritual vasanas make you contemplate, introvert. So the sattvic vasanas, when he is created, the rajasic and tamasic vasanas die up. To the extent the rajasic and tamasic vasanas are reduced, to that extent sattva is increasing. A pure sattvic mind is the one that stands right in front of the self and comes to realize the self. Thus, when the sattvic sadbhava vasana dardhyad, when more and more proportionately the nobler vasanas are more than the negative extrovert vasanas, sensuous vasanas, edatrayam layamashnuti. These three vasanas, vasana-created desires, thoughts and actions, extrovert actions, all the three will die by itself. Why? Because of the sattvic vasanas gone in. Just as when muddied waters, when you put a little alum on the top of it, the mud settles down and the pure water is available. In the same way, your vulgar, sensuous, uncontrollable mind, when the divine vasanas are created by practice, sadhana, abhyas. Abhyasena tu kaundeya gena cha dukan. That is why our brahmacharis are going there, because Gita has said like that. Abhyasa, vairagya and cha. And every time you can't get cha here, so cha ka dukan mein jaake. Abhyasena tu kaundeya vairagyena cha. This is the method by which you control. And by vadbhyas, when the spiritual vasanas, the positive vasanas, sattvikata is more and more increased, in the presence of sattvic vasanas, the negative, rajasic and tamasic vasanas die away. If the sample of coffee that is given to you is too strong, what do? Can I have a little more milk, please? Why? More milk, the proportion goes, and then the coffee becomes drinkable. Before also coffee is drinkable, only for Madrasis. As you move north, you need more and more milk. And we don't remove coffee. No, we add milk. then the coffee becomes dilute in the same way. Sattvic milk, when it is put, the strong decoction of rajas and tamas becomes mellowed down. To the extent it's mellowed down, your contemplation is increased. When contemplation, the sattva is increases. Sattva increases, rajas and tamas goes down. Tamas is non-apprehension, rajas is projection. These two gone, ego goes. Your samsaric attitude changes into the experience of the highest divine nature, which is your own self.
Kriyanashe bhave chinta Nashosmad vasanakshayah Vasana prakshayo mokshah Sajivan muktirishyate.
Kriyanashe, when your stupid activities, desire-prompted activities, selfish activities have reduced. Oh, so what? Why should I live an honest life? What is wrong if I live in the sensuous life? After all, that is also an experience. Yes, that is an experience that you must go through if you are a bull or a pig or a worm. You must go through it. You have done it always. Now you are a human being with a rational intellect. Analyze! Do I need those lower classes, lower experiences? Is there anything permanent that I can get out? That's when I purify. So that kriyanashe bhaved chintanasha. Kriyanasha, when I am not doing any more. I am no more smoking. I am no more drinking. That kriyanasha, the idea, the thought of smoke or thought of drink slowly dies away. Why? The mind understands. What is the use? The fellow will not do it. Useless. Before he's a nice man. Whenever I say drink, he would have drunk. Now it is not like that. He has become a little master of it. You understand? Kriyanashe chintanasha. Chintanashad vasananasha. When you don't allow that wrong thoughts in you, but instead of it you are substituting it with sattvic thoughts. Those selfish desires prompted by the selfish vasanas, lower vasanas are all die away. The higher vasanas come up powerfully. Tasmad vasanakshaya, vasana prakshayo moksha. So, start with beautifying the thought actions, thereby the mind is purified. When the mind is purified, the vasana is dying away. When vasana is dead, where the vasanas have exhausted, moksha. That is called moksha. Liberation of the imaginary sorrows of the non-existent egocentric idea. The stupid non-existent dreamers, non-existent sorrows end when you wake up. Full stop. Moksha. Oh. The dreamers, liberation to a larger status of waking. Are you gained? You are ashamed even to say to anybody that I am no more a dreamer. I have woken up. Honey, understand. I have gained. What gained? My stupidity of my mind has ended in my own mind, that is all. And mind you, I have become what I was. Similarly, when you gain moksha, that state, you suddenly feel that what a stupid teacher. Unnecessarily bluffed me so long. What is it that he has done? Nothing new. This I was all the time. Only thing is, I did not know it. There's nothing new again. The dreamer himself is the waker. Similarly, this ego that you and I are at this moment entertaining ourselves is Brahman, but only that you are not understanding. The pratibandha are the vasanas, the desires, the agitations and the thoughts and the actions. If these are quietened, you awake, and this is called moksha. Jivan mukti rishyate. It is called jivan mukti, meaning mukti, liberation, even while you are living. Not that you die and then you go there, the angel will be standing there with a chit to enter the heaven. Right here, on these two legs, you move about in the world. Everybody accepts you as a member of the society, community. Even the population counting school teacher comes and takes your name also. How old are you? If you tell him that, no, I am unborn, do you think that school teacher will understand? He said, no, Swamiji, according to the population of last year, you are born. Probably you have died. I don't die. If you talk your language, he will not understand. So you will have to say that. I am born on such and such a date according to my passport. So you are not telling a lie according to the passport. When are you dying? I don't know yet. But 2-3 people like you come and ask me, I may die even immediately, to oblige you. Are you a man or a woman? Because he is reading the list. Man or woman. And he looks at you. Because he is a school teacher. Why don't you answer a simple question? A man or woman? All women around me say that I am a man. If I say, how do you know? We will ask the question. So you say Sakshi. Who is your father? Who is your mother? How many children you have? None. Why? This is how the questions comes, so that the moment you hear that there is the population counting teachers are coming, you run to another center and then come back when this counting is over. See? Their point of view is different from, this is Jivan Mukti, one who has a full experience that I am that, though he is still playing with the body, mind, intellect which he had before. Because his prarabdha is not over. Not that his prarabdha, his vasanas have ended, but your body is not meant for you only. Your body also is to fulfill the vasanas of others. And therefore, the poor teacher continues living in spite of his heart trouble. Why? Your prarabdha. You have come into this world to hear Vedanta in English at Siddhavari. So Narayana will have to keep quiet and say, Swamiji, please continue. Why? I made a mistake of sending these people down below with desire to have to fulfill that. Somebody must be there. The teacher is always function. Jivan Muktas always function because of the vasanas of others, not his own vasana. He has merged. He, the son of his father, was merged with that pure self. There is no sense of individuality. It's the vasanas of others. Thus, Jivan Mukti Ishyate, he comes to experience that state called Jivan Mukti.